Yes.
Okay, let's get started. Good morning, everyone. Today I will share three true stories about earthquake from my life and what lessons I learned. Last Thursday, I was sitting in my office. See my background. I was working here as usual. Suddenly, I felt the building shake slightly. It wasn't much. In fact, it was so small that I thought someone might be working on the roof or moving something very heavy. So I ignored it and kept working. Suddenly, my phone was ringing. I picked up my phone. It was my husband's voice. Did you feel earthquake? What earthquake? I sighed. Very soon, I realized that was actually an earthquake because alert and chatting information coming over to my phone like a flood. To be honest, earthquake lasts only a few seconds. It wasn't a big one. Nobody was hurt and nothing was damaged, but it brought back memories of two other earthquakes that I experienced earlier in my life. The first one happened when I was a child. This is my second story. It was in the middle of night. My mother woke me up. My father carried me and rushed out of the room. When we reached the street, many neighbors were already standing there. People were talking, shouting, and trembling in the midnight. Somebody even rapped with a blanket in the street. I was too young to understand the earthquake, but I could feel something unusual. I can feel the fear. My second experience happened on May 12, 2008. That is famous disaster in China, Wenchuan earthquake. This is my third story. The earthquake happened on 2:28 p.m. in Beijing time. This time is very close to our beginning of afternoon work. In China, people usually have a nap at noon and back to work at 2:30. At that time, I had already been sitting in front of my office desk and was preparing back to my work. My office building is a six-story building and I was in the three-story. Suddenly, I noticed that my cup shaking and the water were almost spilled out. Almost at the same time, a voice shouted, "Earthquake! Earthquake! Everyone evacuate the building." Without thinking, I rushed out with my coworkers and gathered to get outside. At first, nobody knew how serious it was, but news started coming in like a flood, and hour after hour, the reports became worse and worse. Even though by the government and supported by the international organization, there are thousands and thousands of people were missing, injured, or even lose their life. It was one of the most horrible natural disasters in modern China. Although I was far from the epicenter and personally sick, this disaster left a deep impression on me. It reminded me how quickly an ordinary day can change, how suffering the people endure. Sometimes it is not an earthquake itself that we remember. It is what the earthquake teaches us. Looking back, these three experiences have taught me three lessons. First, be prepared. Most of us spend very little time thinking about emergencies. Yet, Disasters don't make appointments. Disasters don't send invitation. Disasters simply happen. Having some basic emergency knowledge can make a huge difference. Second, stay calm and seek help. In an emergency, panic is usually our biggest enemy. Being calm allows us to think clearly, make better decisions, and better be able to help the people around us. Thirdly, cherish the present. Earthquakes remind us life is uncertain. The things we worry about every day suddenly seems much less important. Our family become important. Our friends become important. The people we love become important. Before I finish, I'd like to leave you with a question. Imagine you receive a warning that will be a major earthquake in 1 hour. You have enough time to leave your home, but you can only take 5 items with you. Only 5. What would you take? Money or cell phone? Water or food? Flashlight or match? Important documents or family photos? Map or Bible? The answer may be different for each of us, but I think the items we choose would reveal what matters most to us. Earthquakes shake buildings. Earthquakes shake cities. Earthquakes shake us awake. Earthquakes remind us to prepare for the unexpected. Earthquakes remind us to stay calm when life becomes uncertain. And earthquakes remind us to treasure the people we love while we still have the opportunity. Because in the end, what we value is far more important than what we own. Thank you for your listening.